This is the story of Ananya Roy, a 29-year-old travel blogger who had a growing following on social media for her solo trips across India. She loved discovering hidden gems, small towns, quiet villages, and obscure guest houses that tourists rarely visited. On one summer morning, she arrived at a remote guest house in the hills of Uttarakhand, a place recommended by another blogger. The guest house was small, old, and tucked into the forest, with creaking floors and a view of the misty valley below. The owner of the guest house, Dev Verma, was a man in his mid-30s. He was charming, polite, and always ready with a story about the area. Guests often remarked on his friendliness, his ability to make them feel welcome, and his knowledge of local history. Ananya felt comfortable at first, charmed by his stories and the isolation that allowed her to focus on her writing and photography. Over the first few days, Ananya noticed small things that didn't feel right. Dev would knock on her door under the pretense of checking on the room, sometimes at odd hours. He would offer to guide her to scenic spots, but insisted she take routes where no one else was around. She brushed it off at first, telling herself it was part of the experience. On the fourth day, a package arrived at the guest house, addressed to Ananya. She had not ordered anything. Curious, she opened it to find an old journal filled with entries about previous guests, some mentioning disappearances, some simply chronicling their stays. The tone of the entries was eerie, almost obsessive. That night, she realized Dev was watching her, leaving small items in her room, arranging things differently than she had left them. Fear started to creep in. Ananya attempted to leave the next morning, but Dev had already convinced her that the road down the hill was unsafe without him. He offered to drive her to the nearest town, but along the way she noticed he was taking a different, more isolated path. Her intuition screamed danger. She decided to record everything on her phone, pretending to take photos of the scenery. Her instincts were correct. Dev tried to block her path near a narrow trail, asking her why she had her camera out. In a tense moment, Ananya managed to slip past him and continue down the hill. She reached the main road and flagged down a passing vehicle to drive her to safety. Once she reported the incident to local police, they investigated the guest house. Dev had a pattern of targeting solo travelers, often hiding evidence or claiming they had left voluntarily. Previous reports of missing people matched entries in the journal Ananya had found. His charm had masked his manipulations for years. Dev was arrested after sufficient evidence was collected, including Ananya's testimony and digital records from her phone. The case drew national attention, highlighting the dangers of remote travel and the ways predators exploit isolation. Ananya's experience became a cautionary tale for travelers, but also a testament to intuition, courage, and the importance of documenting suspicious behavior. Even today, the guest house stands empty, its windows staring blankly at the valley. Travelers pass by, unaware of the shadows that once lingered inside, while Ananya continues her journeys, forever vigilant and more cautious, but determined not to let fear stop her from exploring the world.